Everything will change when you see what's about to happen. What might be the biggest financial event of our time is just being made public by a gigantic leak from inside the global banking system. Numerous insider reports claim that a covert group of the biggest banks in the world, including JP Morgan, HSBC, Bank of America, and even central banks, has been subtly getting ready to launch a single digital settlement network. And XRP is the one at the core of that network. Let's take a step back and make the connections before you assume this is just another hearsay. What if the alliances that Ripple has been establishing with major financial institutions, SBI Holdings in Japan, Santander in Europe, and PNC in the US, were never the truth? What if those were merely the outward manifestation of something much more significant? That is exactly what the recently disclosed documents indicate, a covert coalition of banks that have been hoarding XRP off the books in anticipation of a planned launch that will permanently replace the antiquated SWIFT system. Consider this: SWIFT has dominated international payments for a set of 40 years. Despite being antiquated, costly, and slow, in a matter of seconds, Ripple's XRP-powered on-demand liquidity resolves each of those issues. Insiders now assert that this new network, codenamed Project Phoenix, is already being tested covertly in certain banking circles. A global go-live window in the first quarter of next year is suggested by the leak. You heard correctly, just a few months away. What are these banks intending then? The documents state that the consortium's objective is to create a single liquidity hub with XRP serving as the bridge asset connecting all of the main fiat currencies. The way money travels across borders will be completely reset, with the US dollar, euro, yen, and pound all becoming instantaneously interoperable and settled through XRP. There will be no more middlemen or delays. This is where things start to go crazy. Snippets of information and internal memoranda mentioning XRP liquidity testing, private escrow accounts, and settlement node activation have been shared on Twitter by a number of unidentified but reliable accounts, some of which claim direct banking or IT knowledge. When mapped together, these seemingly insignificant parts create an indisputable pattern. A global network that is fully dependent on the XRP ledger is about to be activated by someone somewhere. Let's now discuss the potential price implications of this. Numbers that seem nearly unreal are being projected by analysts and experts close to the source. They contend that XRP must have sufficient value to transfer trillions of dollars in liquidity each day if it is to serve as the primary settlement asset for global banking. It's a quadrillion-dollar ecosystem, not a million-dollar problem. The market capitalization of XRP needs to grow significantly in order to manage that volume. Let's examine that rationally. Some are demanding $10,000 per XRP, while others are demanding considerably more. The industry for cross-border payments is estimated to be worth $250 trillion worldwide. The necessary liquidity would demand a price per coin that easily reaches the thousands if even 10% of that were to flow through XRP at any given time. This is math, not conjecture. In order to prevent market shocks and guarantee supply stability, Ripple's escrow structure was created to release XRP in a controlled manner, 1 billion per month. This is where it becomes even more interesting. However, new whale monitoring data indicates that massive sums are shifting into private wallets associated with well-known institutional custodians. They are not individual investors. These are financial institutions. Before the switch is flipped, they are stockpiling. Ripple, meantime, is utterly silent. The rumors have not been refuted by them. Executives now conduct interviews using coded language instead. Phrases like new partners coming online, liquidity corridors are expanding, and the testing phase is almost complete. They're all pointing in the same direction if you know how to read between the lines. It's almost time to leave. Additionally, the infrastructure for the actual monetary reset is being silently locked in place while the public is preoccupied with ETFs, memcoins, and SEC cases. Recall how the internet revolution occurred: years of skepticism, decades of development, and then sudden widespread adoption. The same pattern is emerging once more, except this time the digitization is of money rather than information. Now let's examine the insider's claims regarding the alleged activation timeframe. It appears that a private meeting between a RippleNet partner integration team and multiple Tier 1 institutions produced a leaked memo. The document specified a first quarter activation window, including final compliance audits for ISO 20022, regional node alignment, and liquidity migration. If this proves to be true, XRP may serve as the foundational link for the new digital financial network in the coming months, ensuring that it is internationally synchronized and completely compliant with regulations. This also helps to understand why interoperability has been a topic of discussion for so many central banks. The necessity of cross-border synchronization systems has been emphasized in remarks issued by the Federal Reserve, the Bank of England, and the European Central Bank. To be honest, XRP is the settlement layer, and those are only fancy terms for it. Here the evidence is truly mounting. XRP is a natural fit for the convergent solutions suggested by Ripple's pilot projects, CBDC partnerships, and even the US Treasury's blockchain exploration project. According to some insiders, financial sandboxes on several continents have already included Ripple's private ledger. The retail market has a limited window to position itself before institutions completely control the supply. So if this time frame is accurate and the consortium is getting ready to begin in the first quarter, then this is where things get critical. Banks will require XRP for everyday operations once the system goes live, so they won't have any motivation to sell it. Scarcity will then take hold, and the open market will be forced to compete for the limited supply that is remaining. This is a wake-up call, not financial advice. The people shaping the future of cryptocurrency are the same ones who originally disregarded it. Ironically, XRP, the cryptocurrency that retail investors detest the most for being overly centralized, may be the tool that decentralizes international banking by doing away with SWIFT and enabling instantaneous global liquidity. What comes next then? Phase 1 starts with interbank testing among a few consortium members if the leak is true. Regional central banks go online in Phase 2. Phase 3 uses Ripple's interoperability protocol to integrate with tokenized assets and CBDCs. And the flow of money, real institutional trillion-dollar money, will never stop once those doors open. You must realize that we are discussing the plumbing of the financial world of the future, not a coin. Banks are keeping quiet about XRP because it is more than simply a cryptocurrency. It is the digital fuel of a new economic engine. Because the chance to enter at these costs will never be available again once the public understands what's going on. The question now is, are you prepared for what's going to happen next? The writing is on the wall, the leaks are out, the countdown has started, and the banks have taken action. Because $10,000 per coin might not simply be a headline if this plan is successful, and XRP really does become the foundation of international settlements, it might become the new financial reality. The old system's last chapter is coming to an end, and the XRP age is about to start. Disclaimer. Please keep in mind that I do not hold a financial advisor license. These videos only contain content that is meant to be entertaining. Before making any financial decisions, I always advise viewers to do their own research and speak with experts. Many thanks for listening. Please remember to hit the subscribe button and give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. To be the first to know, be sure to enable the notifications as well. I can't wait to see you in the next video when I provide new material. Be careful.